Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have a hidden gem of sorts called Dynamic Things. The mod brings static items to life by adding a bunch of new features, allowing you to interact with even more objects in game. The mod is split into two main features. One is called Containers Activators and the other is called the Landscape Overhaul. Absolutely everything can be toggled on or off or edited in the mod menu. So if at any time you see a feature you're not particularly keen on, then remember you can turn it off or tweak it at any time. First we'll start with the Containers and Activators. This section of the mod focuses on the large amount of static items that you'll find scattered across Skyrim. Not all of them have been turned into dynamic objects that you can interact with, but the most common ones have. So with the mod installed, you'll be able to make use of several new containers, including wood piles, all barrels and all crates. Some of the new containers will already have items inside, and the mod chooses them carefully. For example, if a barrel is near a cooking pot, then it'll contain some food, but if it's near a keg, then it'll contain some mead. You'll also be able to turn any container into a safe container. Certain containers in Skyrim refresh every so often, so any items you stored inside will disappear. However, when you store an item in an unsafe container, the mod opens a window asking you if you'd like to turn it into a safe container. So then your items will be stored forever, which is a very handy feature. You'll also be able to interact with several objects, including training dummies and archery targets, mead kegs, hay bales, hag-raven hanging taproots, and smelter coal piles. The same ownership rules apply, so if it's somebody else's hay pile, then you can't just take what you like unless you're a friend of the owner. Interaction with the dummies and targets mean you'll actually be able to use them to train your skills, so bashing them with a shield increases blocking and blasting them with fire increases your destruction magic and so on. The landscape overhaul side of the mod mostly focuses around trees and wood gathering. It also makes a woodcutter's axe a lot more useful, and with it equipped you'll be able to do a variety of things. For the bushes without collision, so the ones you can walk inside, if you have an axe equipped you can cut it down and collect a few pieces of firewood. All you need to do is move around from side to side and you'll start hearing ruffling noises, which means it's working, and after 10 seconds the bush will disappear and you'll gain some firewood. You can also cut down the bigger trees that you can't walk through, and for that you'll actually need to swing and hit the tree with your axe. Every few hits you'll start to receive a few pieces of firewood, and eventually you'll start to hear the tree creak until a cutscene happens where you can hear the tree fall. Then when you come back, an hour will have passed and a whole pile of firewood will remain on the floor, as well as a tree stump. You can then either loot from the firewood pile and it'll disappear, or you can use a fire spell to set it alight. The wood will then burn for the next 5 hours, with it changing in size every hour. You can also do the same to any large pieces of dead wood lying around, but you'll obviously receive less firewood compared to cutting down an entire tree. After you're done harvesting and after some time has passed, the cell will reset and the trees and bushes will regrow. And overall, Dynamic Things is a great mod with a bunch of unique and interesting features. What's also nice is that the mod's compatible with mods like Frostfall, Skyrim Redone and Realistic Needs and Diseases. It also takes it a step further and integrates features specifically made for those mods. So for example, if you have Frostfall installed, you'll find deadwood as well as firewood when you chop down trees. There's plenty of other features for those mods, so if you have them, be sure to read them on the mod page. And as always, if you enjoy a mod, then be sure to leave an endorsement, and thanks for watching.